Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Collectibles, and today I'm going to be going over my top 15 most wanted LEGO sets of summer 2021, so I hope you do go on to enjoy the video. Be sure to let me know what sets you want to pick up for summer of 2021, and without further ado, let's get straight into it here with the first set. Alright, so the first one that we have here is the Hogwarts Fluffy Encounter, and this set is probably the most underwhelming of the new Hogwarts expansions that we're receiving, and I would say that that is just mainly due to the actual interior of this build. I don't feel like there's as much going on, especially in this main part of the building. I would say that it looks pretty bland without the actual characters within it, but once you fill it up a bit more, I think there's a little bit more going on with it, and it has a bit more visual interest. But still, it's a little disappointing, but I love this side part right here. I think this looks really fantastic and has quite a bit of detail to it as well, so I do like that part of it for sure, and I like the little heart build that we get as well. I think that's a nice inclusion there for sure. And then in the way of the actual figures, of course, we have the golden Hermione right here, who looks fantastic. I think they did a great job with these new 20th anniversary figures for Harry Potter, and Hermione is no exception. I really do like the design of her figure quite a bit. And then the other characters, of course, are a little bit bland just with Harry, Ron, and Hermione, but still good inclusions overall, I would say. And then, of course, one of the main attractions of the sets is, of course, Fluffy right here, and you can see the heads look pretty decent. I have heard some complaints about them with some of the expressions on them, and I've seen quite a few memes surrounding them as well, but I think that it still came out looking alright, so I do like them overall, and I think this is a pretty decent set. It is one that I do want to try to get to kind of complete this new Hogwarts, and I will give you a hint, you will be seeing more of these, of course, on the list later on, but for now, that's all I have to say for the Hogwarts Fluffy Encounter. Next up here, we have one of the brand new sets from the new sub-theme for Disney, Mickey and Friends. We have Minnie Mouse's Ice Cream Shop right here, a 4+ set, and this one is honestly such a fantastic set. I feel like it's going to be an underrated one because I already don't hear too many people talking about this one. More people are, of course, more attracted towards the Fire Station set and ones like that that are including more desirable figures, I suppose, but honestly, for me personally, I think this set just nails it in every regard. I really do like the builds for this one, and of course the figures here. You get Daisy Duck in the set, who looks great. I really love the fabric skirt pieces that they use for both of the figures, so some really nice things there as well, and I absolutely love both of their outfits, especially Minnie's outfit. I love that it kind of makes her look like a bumblebee, and I think that looks kind of cool, so I do like that design for her for sure. And then Daisy as well looks really great, also in her sort of swimsuit attire, so I do like that as well, and I think that it's just a pretty well-rounded set. You have some good elements going on, especially considering it's 4+. I feel like the builds are quite complete, and I like the other like Mickey Mouse headpiece that we get as well on the sign right there. That's a nice inclusion as well. The car is pretty good, so there's some good elements here that make for a pretty decent set here considering the fact that it's 4+. Now we have our first Infinity Saga set right here, and you can be sure that there's going to be quite a few more of these on the list, but the first one is the Black Panther Dragon Flyer, and this set is honestly fantastic, especially considering it's a $20 set right here. I mean, such a fantastic deal right here for everything that you're getting within the set. Of course, the 3 figures that are included are great. Black Panther and the Chitauri are not exclusive to the set, but Shuri is, and she is such a great inclusion here. I love her face print there so much, and I really do love her torso as well. I think it definitely fits her quite well, so definitely the main sort of star of the set right here. And then the actual Dragon Flyer, honestly, not the most iconic vehicle I would say in the MCU, but I think they nailed it with the design here, and I feel like it's going to make more fans of this vehicle because it has a great underside as well. It honestly looks good from all of its angles, so I can really appreciate that when a set is able to pull that off. And this has quite a bit of articulation as well, considering it's just a vehicle here, a little like jet basically, so really cool. Definitely a very well made set, some great elements here, a really fantastic figure, and it's overall just really great. Now we have our first Ninjago set here, and it is the Legacy Ultrasonic Raider, and this one's more near the bottom of the list here because I still do of course want to pick up this set, but it also kind of suffers from issues that I feel like follow every design for the Ultrasonic Raider, including the original one and then the Ultra Stealth Raider as well, and it just feels like a very odd looking vehicle, especially when it's broken up here into its separate sections. I just feel like they all look very incomplete. I would say the best looking part is probably the middle of it because at least it has the two wheels going on and it adds some interesting sort of design points there, but I've never been a huge fan of the treads there on each sides of the vehicle. I'm not really big into that, and just the overall design of it is nothing too spectacular in my opinion. The play features seem like they could be fun, but I'm still kind of hesitant with the actual design of this, but the main thing driving me towards wanting this set is that 10th anniversary Golden Zane figure right here. It's honestly such a fantastic design. I love it so much. I love the ninja hood right there. Of course, the Forbidden Spin Jitsu one that looks so great. The torso printing is so well done also. So very excited to be able to get my hands on this version of Zane right here. And it's definitely one of the main points of this set that are making me want to purchase it. And of course, Mesmo as well is a cool inclusion in this set also. So looking forward to that character as well. But definitely I would say the figures are the main thing pushing me towards this, specifically those two, because of course the other Legacy Ninja are nothing spectacular here. I mean, if you don't have them yet, then it's a great opportunity, but also if you don't have them, it's kind of like you're going out of your way to avoid them because they're in so many of the Legacy sets. But yeah, it's overall an okay set, but just nothing amazing. Okay, now we have another Hogwarts expansion here, and this is the Polyjuice Potion Mistake, and this set is honestly so great. This is where we get into the really good sets here for summer of 2021, and this one is no exception. It is absolutely fantastic. You get so many great elements here. I absolutely love that we have all of the sort of transformation features for each of the characters here. They all look really great, especially Hermione, of course, turning into her cat version there, so I really do like that figure quite a bit. Harry as well, it's so great that we get him in his golden 20th anniversary version in such an affordable set, so I'm definitely looking forward to that figure. And then the actual build here also looks really great. It has a lot of cool visual details to it, and I feel like it does a good job of sort of recreating the setting of the scene. It has a really great sort of just bathroom setting. I know that's kind of weird to say, but that's of course what it is trying to be right here, and I think it pulls that off really well. And the Polyjuice portion of it as well, bit of a tongue twister there, but yeah, it's definitely very well done. You have a cool small little play feature right here as well, as you can see, so just some great elements here in the set. Of course, you have the mystery tiles as well within it, so just another sort of thing pushing me towards wanting to get these Harry Potter sets, but this one is definitely one that I will not hesitate with because it is so fantastic. So just a really well done set. Next up here we have another Infinity Saga set, and this one is the Iron Man Ironmonger Mayhem, and might I just say I am so glad that LEGO is going back and doing some sets from some original Marvel films from the MCU. It's so great to see that, and honestly I think this set is really great. I get the critiques of course with the actual scale of the Ironmonger, but honestly it doesn't bother me too much. I don't mind the scaling of this, and it just makes him even more intimidating going up against little Iron Man. And then the actual minifigures in the set are also really great. I love the Iron Man suit included in this one. Pepper Potts as well, I feel like is a necessary inclusion, even though she might not be a phenomenal figure as a whole. But then we have Obadiah Stane as well, who honestly has such a great face print there. For once, a good villain print there for the face, not just using a generic Lex Luthor face or something of that sort. And then the torso is a great reuse from the Disney Train set, so great to see that as well within this set. And there's just some really cool stuff going on with this actual build here. I really love the prints on the Ironmonger. I think those look really great. And then just some of the recreations here of the scenes, like when he's flying up here chasing after Iron Man. It just really makes me love this set even more. So I like this one quite a bit. I think it's very well done. It has some really good elements to it as well, and it just looks really great. So I am looking forward to this one quite a bit. It's really cool cool and iconic build from the first Iron Man film, so I'm looking forward to picking this one up. Yet again, we have another Infinity Saga set right here, and this is the Guardian ship, and this one I was honestly a bit hesitant on at first because of course we received this ship in the Infinity War sets, and it was well done in that iteration, but now that I have looked at the photos more, seen more in-depth sort of pictures of it, I think that this is definitely such a massive improvement over the original version. They did such a phenomenal job with the actual build here. It has so many cool elements to it that just make it look so sleek, and it's so much larger as well. You can really just see that it is a very massive build right here that we're getting, so I love seeing that as well. Even the stand looks really great as well, really allows you to sort of position this from interesting angles, and there's even a lot of articulation, it seems, on the actual wingspan as well, so I'm looking forward to those sort of features of it also. So very well done there. The actual cockpit looks pretty good as well from what I can see, so I'm looking forward to kind of getting to explore that as well within the actual set. And then for the actual minifigures in the set here, I think they nailed it with all of these. I think Rocket looks really great, of course, being a more accurate version of that character. Then we get, of course, Star-Lord as well, who looks really fantastic. I love that hairpiece use right there in that coloring, so that looks really great. I think Teen Groot is also really fantastic with a more accurate version right here, so great to see that. We have Mantis and Thor as well, who both look really great, and then a Chitauri member as well. Nothing too spectacular there, but still a welcome inclusion also. So just some really fantastic elements here. A very strong build. For once, I think I'll be buying a Marvel set for the build over the figures. Then the next set that we have here is the LEGO Creator Great Knight's Castle, and this was one that I was heavily debating on whether or not I wanted to put it on the list, but honestly I could not hold back. I'm a huge fan of kind of this sort of medieval setting for LEGO, and it's so great to see them kind of diving into this with the blacksmith shop that we got recently, and now this within Creator, and the build is just undeniably amazing. There are so many cool elements to it. I mean, we get a dragon in here, which honestly looks quite good considering it's just purely sort of brick built there, so they did a good job there for sure without any molding pieces. And then you can also just see a really cool drawbridge as well. We get some great figures in this. Also, even though it's limited to only 3, it would have been nice to see a few more considering the size of this set, but still some good inclusions there. We even have a water wheel on the side as well. It's those minor details that I think just really add a sort of liveliness to the build here, and it really feels like it's lived in, like it's an actual village that people reside in, so that's really cool. I love it in this form the most, I think, when it's all kind of put together here in the most compact sort of style, so I like that quite a bit as well. You even have a little like cherry blossom tree on the side, which is really great, with some birds as well, so some really fantastic elements there also, and the other builds as well are pretty well done also. I think I'll be going with the main build, but the other ones are nothing to scoff at. I think they are pretty well done also, and can stand on their own in unique ways as well, but there's just so many fantastic elements to this set. We have so many cool details within it as well, so I'm just really looking forward to this one. I want to get my hands on it and be able to build this up and finally have a medieval set in my actual collection. Of course, you can kind of count the Master of the Mountain stuff from Ninjago, but this one is just classic and like LEGO Knights basically, so very cool to be able to see that here, and I think it's just a really well done set. Alright, now we have the Avengers Endgame Final Battle set right here, of course one of the most highly anticipated ones from this new Infinity Saga wave, and I honestly think they just nailed it out of the park with this set here. Of course, the minifigure selection is just fantastic. We get so many phenomenal characters here with some really great designs. The only one that is a little bit more lackluster is Scarlet Witch, mainly in the actual face printing of her character, but still, I think they did a good job with everyone here, especially Thanos, of course, with that new sort of big figure style that he's rocking here, so I do like that quite a bit. We finally have an accurate version there from the MCU, so I love getting to see that. And then the actual build is pretty great as well. I love that we get Ant-Man's van within this. We also get some great little details as well within the actual build, which is really cool to see. And I just love the idea that they just lock away Thanos here, so the Avengers do win in this fight without having to make any sacrifices. So pretty cool right here within the actual set here, kind of a bit of an alternate ending Lego style. So I do like that quite a bit as well, and it's just a very well done set. Some fantastic elements here, as you can see, so it all comes together to make a really complete feeling final battle, and I'm really glad that we get something that is such a cool set. Now we have what is my most wanted Harry Potter set from summer 2021, and it is the Hogwarts Chamber of Secrets. They just nailed it with the actual build here. This has got to be one of my favorite Hogwarts sets of all time. There are so many great interior details here within the actual set. I love how they were able to recreate so many great elements here within the actual build, and so many cool extra details as well that I just can't wait to sort of break down for myself when I get my hands on the set. The Basilisk as well looks really great within this set also, so some really great details there as well. And then for the actual figure selection within the set, I think they just knocked it out of the park with everybody included here. I love the nearly headless Nick right there in the glow-in-the-dark version. Of course, we got the 10th, or not 10th, but the 20th anniversary version of Voldemort right here, who looks spectacular, so I do like that design quite a bit. I just really love the gold designs here within these sets, and it just, there's so many great elements here to the set. I just cannot stop gushing about it. They did such a great job here, and I love those sort of classic callbacks to like original Harry Potter for Lego, with of course the roof details there and the coloring of it. So just some really fantastic elements. You can kind of see how you can separate it here, and of course then implement the other parts of Hogwarts that you could pick up. And of course you can see that is my plan for the future, because I have listed them in this video. So definitely something I cannot wait to have my hands on, and it's just a phenomenal set. Okay, now we have another Ninjago Legacy set right here, and it is the Fire Dragon Attack, and this set is honestly spectacular. I think this Fire Dragon is one of my favorite dragon builds in all of Ninjago. It is just so well done. I love the articulation on the actual dragon and all the different posing that you can pull off with this design. I think it is so well done, and the actual like head mold as well looks so great and has such a fierce expression as well. I really do love that. The wingspan as well looks to be really well done, so I'm looking forward to playing around with that as well. And the actual body is very well done also, while feeling kind of thick as well, so you're getting a lot of like detail within that, so I do appreciate that quite a bit. And of course we get the golden 10th anniversary Nia right here within the set as well, so she is such a great inclusion here. I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on this figure and seeing that new hairpiece right there, so I look forward to her quite a bit. Some really great details there. And then of course the other figures are nothing too spectacular, but man, this dragon just looks so good. The actual pose here is just so well done, so I love this set so much. It is just super well done. There is so much I could say about it, but I feel like I'm just repeating myself over and over, so that's about everything I have to say for the Fire Dragon Attack. Next up here we have our first Seabound set, and this is the Hydro Bounty, and this set is fantastic. I love when we get to see a different version of the bounty that is done in such a style where it does still represent that sort of bounty design, but it also really changes it up as well, and I love how they were able to pull it off here within this actual build here. There's so many great elements as well, including Calmar's sort of like carriage right there that he rides around on. I love the manta ray as well, such great printing right there to make it look evil. We also get a Mirai guard as well, Calmar within the set of course, and you get two of the little ninja pods as well to kind of go underwater with, so those are really great elements to be receiving here as well. And of course you get the exclusive Nia as well within this set, which is a really fantastic inclusion as well. There's just so many great elements here. You have a little transformation feature with the front there, which is so cool. I love it when they're able to pull that off in Lego. It just makes me want Lego Transformers, but I know we most likely won't get that, so it's cool to see them kind of working stuff like that in here. I like the back of the wing as well, that looks really great, and it's just so well done. It is such a great set. I love all the elements here. The figures here you can get a really good look at. So many great ones here. I did do a separate ranking video for all of the Ninjago Summer 2021 minifigures, so if you want to check that out, I'll try to remember to link it at the end of this video. But yeah, there are so many great parts to this set. I could just gush about it all day, as I'm saying with most of these sets, but of course, that's why they're on my most wanted list. Okay, now we have reached the water dragon right here from Seabound, and this set is so great. I remember talking about this in my ranking video for the Ninjago Seabound sets, and just gushing so much about it. I know I probably use that word way too often, but look at this thing. It is so great. The head looks phenomenal. I love the fierce look of it right here, and then also the wingspan as well. Look at how great those wings look. Oh my goodness, there are so many cool details there. I love it so much. Even the stickered elements right there look really great and blend into the set really well, so I do like that quite a bit. Also the tail as well. I love the use of the flipper pieces here in that light blue. That looks so great, so great. I love it so much. And it's just fantastic. It's so phenomenal. We get a Zane water pod right there as well, which is a cool inclusion, and then you also get, of course, that new Nia right here in her sort of like full energy form right here, and she looks absolutely spectacular. If you want to hear more in-depth thoughts on that, once again, check out my minifigure ranking video, but such a great one. There's so many great figures within this set that I love so much. So yeah, it is just a phenomenal set. So many great elements here, just a fantastic build with so many great sort of play features going on as well, so I can really appreciate that. A very long length span as well of the actual dragon, so it really feels like you're getting a very hefty build right here, so I do appreciate that as well. But yeah, it's got to be one of my favorite dragons. I really have to get around to ranking all of the Ninjago dragon builds, because this one is definitely going to end up near the top. After the water dragon, you probably can't imagine how it gets any better from there, but now we have the Temple of the Endless Sea right here, and this set just blows me away. It is so fantastic how many elements we get here from the actual show, and I know that Wojira is not the most accurate build right here, but I still really appreciate the design that they went with here. I think she looks really great and has some cool elements. My one main complaint is, of course, not being able to put the amulets on her forehead there, but still, I think it does work really well, the build. And then all the elements here as well throughout the actual build are so great. I love the sort of like ancient temple style of the underwater temple right here. It just works very well with it also. And then we get Kai's like fire water pod right here. I know that's kind of contradictory saying it out loud now, but that looks really phenomenal. Benthomar in this set as well. Benthomar is one of my favorite characters that was introduced in this season of Ninjago, so I'm so glad that we're getting a minifigure version of him. There's so many great elements just flipping through here, so many cool sort of play features that you can interact with as well, and you can just see them all right here. Of course, get a close look at Benthomar right there. Look at that guy going up against Kalmar, so cool. I can't wait to recreate some of the moments from the actual show. It is just such a fun set. That's like the best way I can describe it, is it's just a ton of fun. This is a play set at the best point, and they just nailed it in every aspect, I have to say. I love that we get Gluttonous within the set as well. Of course, a bit disappointing that we don't have Gripe within any of the Seabound sets, but still, I think for what we're getting here, I'm very appreciative of it, and I think they just knocked it out of the park. Now we have a set that I never would have expected to be my #1 most wanted of summer 2021. I would have almost guaranteed you that it would have ended up being a Ninjago set at the top of this list when I first was seeing the reveals for summer of 2021, but once I saw this set, it is just something that blew me away instantly, and it is, of course, the Daily Bugle right here from Marvel, and this is a spectacular set right here. It has to be one of my favorite modular spectacular buildings of all time. There are so many amazing elements that they've been able to pack into this set. You have so many great minifigures as well that are included here. You get Firestar up at the top there. You have Doc Ock, you get Spider-Man, Spider-Gwen, or Ghost Spider, whatever you would like to call her. You get Green Goblin as well, which I love this blasting out of the window right there. I think that is such a cool detail, and it makes the building somehow look dynamic. I never thought I'd really be saying that, something that doesn't move at all, and yet somehow it looks dynamic. So really well done there. And then the actual outside here, the Easter eggs that we get, I did do a separate video talking about this set exclusively, so if you want to hear me kind of break all of that down, check out that video. But we get Daredevil here. We also have the Punisher in the set, who you can kind of see Lego's kind of trying to hide him in a lot of the promotional material. I mean, kind of understandable, I suppose. I'm just glad that we're getting him in the set. We have some other characters here within the interior. Of course, J. Jonah Jameson right there. Some more elements inside. I love this as well. Of course, the reference to one of the infamous memes from Spider-Man from the classic series of Spider-Man sitting at his desk with a photo of himself. Some more elements right there on the inside as well. It's just such a great building, such a tall one as well. It really feels like you're getting your money's worth with this one, which this one's like $300 in the US and then $400 over here in Canada, but it is definitely worth it. There's so many great parts to this set here, so many desirable figures within it as well, that I'm just so appreciative that we are getting all of these within one set right here. It is just absolutely just nailing it, knocking it out of the park. You can even see Blade up there. I know it's not a great shot of him right there, but so many great elements here. I really do love it a lot. We can even see the figures right here if you want to have a quick look at them. Just phenomenal. So many great additions here within the set, and I'm so excited to get my hands on this one. I don't know when I'll be able to pick it up, but I hope it's soon, because this set just absolutely blows me away. Alright, so that's going to conclude the video here for my top 15 most wanted LEGO sets of summer 2021. There are so many absolutely phenomenal, amazing, spectacular, every descriptive word I can possibly use. I'm sure I've tried to use it within this video to describe these sets, because they're just amazing. I love them so much. There's so many great ones here, and I cannot wait to get my hands on each and every one of these, at least hopefully, if I'm able to get them. I'm going to try to get a lot of them on sale, so I probably won't be seeing them for quite a while, probably not even within the actual summer months, but I definitely want to pick them up eventually, because there are just some phenomenal sets here. LEGO just keeps one-upping themselves, and they are doing it so successfully. It just absolutely just boggles my mind. So great job to them. We have an absolutely stellar summer lineup here, and be sure to let me know your most wanted sets of summer thus far. Which ones have you already had the opportunity to pick up? Which ones are you planning on getting in the future? Let me know all of that down below, and if you did enjoy the video, it would be highly appreciated if you could leave a like, also subscribe as well. If you would like to check out some of my other content, that would be highly appreciated. I've done separate ranking videos for basically all of these LEGO themes for summer 2021 sets, so be sure to check out some of those to support the channel. It's highly appreciated. So just thank you so much. I'll see you all next time, and always remember, keep on collecting.